What up, people? To an impromptu edition of the Sophie Goes to Mike Steph podcast, featuring the one and only Mike Steph, best in the world at what he does. I am recording this after attending this past Monday's Monday Night Raw emanating from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, downtown Brooklyn to be exact. I actually started a recording on my way there. I had all these grandiose ideas of how I was going to, take live footage um, detailing our trek downtown Brooklyn to the Barclays Center, maybe some of the action, some of the sights and sounds, and then finish up when I returned back home. Well, that did not happen for various reasons. Only reason I'm actually coming on, well, I want to say coming on, but only reason I'm actually doing this recording right now is more of a venting mechanism. So if it gets you, great. If it doesn't give you, great. I really don't give a natural fuck. I'm going to entitle this "The Good, the Bad, the Ugly" of matter of fact, me and my daughter, Main Event K's trek and enjoyment of Monday Night Raw, the Raw Mania, biggest WrestleMania of all time, and so they say. Okay, I'm going to preface all this by saying, matter of fact, I'm not going to preface shit. I'm going to get right to the shit because I don't plan on this being a long get in and get out. While the getting's good. The good was the very beginning. It's my first time being able to see The Rock in person, live and in living color. And needless to say, the electricity was coursing through my veins. The electricity was coursing through the building. You could, it was so electric you could cut it with a knife. Especially he brought out. I mean, he came out and the crowd went insane. Myself included, my daughter included, everybody included. And he did his short promo based on him whooping Cody Rhodes' ass last week. Um, had a couple videos of actual crying babies. One baby in particular thought that Cody Rhodes, he killed Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes died, which was hilarious. And something that I did mention to my bro Tyler McDowell from Gimmick Infringement. I said, yeah, you see how The Rock went into all those other cities and he was talking about shit about Utah. He was talking shit about Arizona. He was talking shit about Memphis, calling them crackheads and meth heads and all that. I told you, I bet he wouldn't do that shit in Brooklyn. And guess what? He gave Brooklyn its respect. He gave Brooklyn its just due because he knew better. But that's neither here nor there. That was the good. One good. Second good. The tribal chief was in the building. Yes, he was. The tribal chief was in the building. The bloodline was in your city. Roman Reigns came out for a double barrel approach. And Roman talked his shit, which was great. And then Seth Rollins came out to interrupt and to challenge the final boss and challenge the tribal chief. He said he didn't want to wait 5 days to WrestleMania to the tag team match. He wanted their ass now. And he did not come out through the stage, he came out through the crowd. Cut his promo, challenged Rock, challenged Roman, and everybody, well, anybody with half a brain knew that was not going to happen. They wasn't giving neither one of those matches away for free, no matter if it was the highest grossing Raw ever. Trust and believe. Shoot, my tickets. Let's put it this way: I came out my pocket damn near for and just regardless. So based on the prices, yeah, I'm not surprised it was the highest grossing Raw of the time. So, of course, The Rock declined. Of course, Roman declined. But tell you the truth, they didn't decline. Solo stepped up. But I called it right before it happened. I'm like, they're not giving this away for free. I guarantee you, you're gonna like, you get Jimmy, you can get Solo, not getting us. Shoot, we the big look, for the job squad, we the big time. And sure enough, Solo stepped up and said, you know what? I'll face you facing me. And then Rock said, yeah, bloodline rules to give us a little taste of what to expect this Sunday. They actually came out, so that was still the good side. Another good, they don't want in the show. They gave actually the lineup for both WrestleMania Saturday or WrestleMania Sunday. WrestleMania Saturday has more matches. WrestleMania Sunday might be the better card. I think WrestleMania Sunday they're going to have enough. They're going to have enough time to let things breathe. WrestleMania Saturday, there's matches on there. You're like, okay, all right, I see it. But mm, WrestleMania Sunday, I think will probably be the better one. I'm not going to the lineup because I don't have it offhand. But yeah, I think I'll probably get all my ducks in a row Sunday. I'm look. I'm watching Saturday and Sunday regardless, but right now it looks like Sunday is going to be the better of the two. Okay. What's another positive? What's another good? You know what? I think that's it. That's it. You had a good match between Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed, even though that ended up being a no contest. But I don't know why it was a no contest because Gunther came out. He beat up. Well, he came out with a beat up Chad Gable, even though you didn't really see Chad Gable actually get beat up. That drew Sami Zayn's attention back there. Gunther came out, whooped Sami Zayn's ass, and they did not ring the bell. They did not give any type of uh, verdict when it came to the match. Even Bronson Reed is in the ring, like, yo, it was even a chant of "Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell." Like the crowd was like, "All right, well, what's going on here?" The best match of the night, tell you the truth, was Ivar versus Ricochet. Ricochet is getting over organically. They're not overtly pushing him, but they're allowing him to get over with the crowd with his skills. And I mean, I'm watching the match, and that's my first time really being able to pay attention to Ricochet live. I'll tell you, that's probably the first time I've seen Ricochet live. I don't remember if he was on that Survivor Series card. And him and Ivar had a match. Um, it was interesting because while I was looking at the match, I was also looking at Samantha Irvin's reactions on certain moves, and you could tell, baby. And a couple times she was like, let's put it this way. From where I was sitting, even from where I was sitting, that thing was pinging. That's all I'll say. Um, yeah, I want to say that's pretty much the positives. Matter of fact, the ultimate positive, because I'm about to just brush over it and say the truth. That's the reason why I'm was hesitant in downplaying my enjoyment of this show because my enjoyment of the show actually had nothing to do with the show. The show didn't help, but it's not the reason why I have a little sour taste in my mouth. My daughter, Main Event K, she has a group chat friend that she had never met in person because, based on, I guess, whatever group chats they are online with the wrestling, dealing with wrestling. And her friend actually was there at the event, so they was actually able to meet for the first time. And that once I saw them, they embraced, hey, hey, and chopped it up a little bit, took their pictures, how the youngest do. All right, we was here, let's flick it up. Okay, that was that was a positive. Just to see my daughters and these of, I which God, I was able to be at this event, attend this event, and on top of it, I was able to meet up with somebody that I'm quite sure I probably wouldn't have had a chance to do so if it wasn't for this event. That was great. So that was the ultimate good. That was the ultimate positive. Now, for the bad. The bad has to do with the center. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I've hated the Barclays Center since its inception. I hate the way it's made. I hate the fact that it's even there. I hate its presence. I hate its structure. I hate its color. I hate everything about it. I hate the residual effects that the Barclays Center has done to Brooklyn, both positively and negatively. I hate what it stands for. Hence, Barclays Center hate. One of the main things I hate about the arena is the way it's made. Unless you're on ground level or even the middle mez, but mostly the ground level, everything, the incline is too steep. Every seat is like you're leaning over. Hence, the higher up you are, the more. See, I'm afraid of heights. Like literally, my equilibrium gets thrown off due to heights. So I really didn't take an account of that when I purchased these tickets, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking experience, but maybe yeah. So pretty much everything is almost like you're leaning toward you're leaning forward. So the road is very narrow. So of course, in a regular instance, if you're in a row, you're at an event, either arena, stadium, somebody's coming through, all right, you stand up, you let them go by. The Barclays Center being the fact that everything is so narrow, it's even more important to stand up when somebody's going by. So we get into negative part two, negative number two. So when me and my daughter get in, we're walking around. First, we're trying to walk around, waste some time so we see if she could get contact with a friend. And then we was like, all right, let's go. The vendors that they said they have available on the website are not the vendors that they actually have available in the stadium, in the arena. So it's supposed to be this wide array of vendors you can go to. Different. You have Nathan's, you have a couple pizza places, you got a burger place, you got Buffalo Boss, what have you. And I'm not talking about but you got a million and one cocktail carts, got a million and one liquor carts, you got a million and one beer carts. Like, and this is not me hating on anything, hating on anybody's twist, because like to each his own. Because I choose to refrain that I don't cast aspersions to anybody else. But if I wanted to get right, I wouldn't have had no problem getting right. But being the fact that I just wanted to get something to eat for me and my daughter, some regular food and a drink, a soft drink, if you will, line's like out like a half hour, 45 minutes. If we get on the line for Nathan's, I'm like, all right, it can't go wrong with Nathan's, even though it's not the original. We get online and people's attitudes stuck. So I just because there's no rhyme or reason on what line you're getting on. You might get on one line and then you end up on a line for something else. There's nobody there to show you, like, look, there's a line here. There's no what you call shoot separation. There's no signs. There's no nothing. Right. So I just asked the person in front. I'm like, is this a line for you, Nathan? Yeah. All right, bitch. Like, look, shoot. I know you like 300 pounds, looking like Yokozuna, and you probably hungry. But all I'm doing is ask you a question. If you want to answer the question, I'd rather you just ignore me. Right? So anyway, so we're on the line, and to be honest, I'm having to bite my tongue because I realize because like look, I'm not an asshole, and I always want to put my best foot forward, especially when I'm with one of my children. Okay, even though three of my children are grown, my youngest one isn't, and she's a female. So I'm not going to put myself in a position that will make her uncomfortable. So I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to have the patience of a Buddhist right now, right? So we're online, and sure enough, we get a little bit closer so I can see the menu of Nathan's, and they have a hot dog, a pretzel, and nachos and cheese. That's it. No fries, no chicken fingers, no nothing. Nachos and cheese, pretzel, and a hot dog. Not no sauerkraut, no onions. Get your own ketchup, whatever. So when I realized that, I'm like, look, okay, they got this, they got this, they got that. There's a pizza spot right there. You want to go get some pizza? He says here. All right, fine. So he's over there. Looked like the line's a little bit shorter. But mind you, we already been on the Nathan's line for about 15 minutes before they make the announcement. Yeah, if y'all what you waiting for a hot dog, if y'all in line for a hot dog, it's gonna be about 10, 15 minutes. Everything else is grab and go. Well, if you only have a hot dog, pretzel, and nachos and cheese, it's gonna be 10, 15 minutes for a hot dog. The fuck I'm online for? Okay. So we go to the pizza line. Then I look to see what kind of pizza they have, and I'm like, they got pepperoni and they got margarita. And that's it. So I told Kay, I'm like, do you want to just come back, like the first break in action, we just come back, maybe the line will be a little short. She said, yeah. Plus we was getting plus by this time main event had already started. It was like Natalia and Chelsea Gray. So we was like, all right, fine. Here we go. Go get our seats. Um, we come into the wrong side, well, longest side, because we was like in seat 16 and 17 on the row. And how, like I said, how come everybody has a fucking attitude because you got to get up? Like, what is the fucking problem? What is the problem? So I'm like, yeah, excuse me. I'm like, yeah, 16, 17. Yeah, that's actually on the other side. Well, I'm already on this fucking row. So I'm not, you think I'm going down the stairs and around just so you don't have to get up? Fuck you. So we get there, we sit down, whatever. Starting to fill up. I mean, when I say it was jam packed, it was jam packed. It was a legitimate sellout. You didn't see not one empty seat. Like I said, the beginning you had the Rock, Roman, Bloodline, the whole nine. After that, unfortunately, our bill break was the 8-man tag with the New Day and DIY, and the Judgment Day was like, time to go try to get something to eat right now. Go back on the line. Um, go to a burger spot, which is whatever. Had burger, um, chicken fingers and fries, soft drink. That's it. No straw. No straw. You got a sippy cup. No straw. They can give you barbecue sauce. If you want more condiments, you got to go like half down yonder to a little fucking table to get some condiments, ketchup, relish, mustard. Yeah, ketchup, relish, and mustard. Everybody, you can even hear people in the background like, "Yo, what the fuck is going?" On? Like, this is ridiculous. Anytime just to get something to eat, it's 45 minutes. Half the places are closed. Half the places are closed. The other places that, like, I don't know what's going on. As my light is flickering, I guess it's probably telling me, "Yo, I need to stop. I need to stop complaining." Um, oh, I have no idea what's going on right now. Probably best for me just to keep the lights off. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't. anyways. I don't even know where I was getting at. Yeah, so we get on get chicken fingers. Chicken fingers were good. Fries were good. Now, here is the ugly. On our way to the concession stand, like I said, after the Bloodlines segment ended, he was like, this is probably the best time to go to eat before everybody starts start milling around. So we ended up going through the down the row. And we're being polite, excuse me, pardon me, sorry, pardon me. Everybody's standing up. This one person isn't standing up. So literally my daughter was able to scoop by and I had to climb over the person. In the process of climbing over the person, I hit my leg, hit my ankle on the chair below. As I told you, everything is steep, so my equilibrium is off. I had to kind of catch my balance so I didn't fall down over a couple rows of seats. Fine. That was the beginning of the end of my night. I could not get myself back into the good mood that I had been in prior to that point. Because, like I said, I'm like, what's the problem? Like, on top of while we're moving, and because somebody had to get up, I hear somebody like, look, we're in a fucking jam packed arena. These roads are very narrow. Somebody's coming past, you got to get up. What the fuck? I just don't understand that. I don't understand the mindset that people feel like it's a fucking problem for you to get up. So on our way back, it's like, excuse me, gotta get out our seats or whatever. And then I realized, because in my mind, I'm like, unless there's something physically wrong with this girl, with this woman, I don't know why she couldn't get up. So when I get back to that same spot, I'm like, I'm not, now I got stuff in my hand. I'm not climbing over anybody. I need to get to my seat. So um the person, like I said, I don't know if she was an adult, teenager, child, I don't know. But when she got up, or when the person next to her helped her up, I was like, okay, maybe something physically wrong, possibly. Okay, I, I get it. But at the same time, if if whoever she was with knows that something, like, you shouldn't have people climbing over her to get off the road. Like, that's very inconsiderate, especially being the fact that how everything is set up. Like, that's asking for a problem. On top of, like I said, the smart ass comments from the peanut gallery. That was the ugly. Unfortunately, with this show, after the beginning, the first half hour, it kind of went downhill from there. I mean, it was an okay show. If I was home, I probably would have been bored. My personal problem is, once I got irritated and aggravated and thrown off by almost busting my ass and falling roads in front of me, there was nothing in the show that allowed me to divert my attention from how irritated I was, to bring my energy back up. Even the end was what it was. I went expecting I went really looking forward to The Rock, of course, Roman Reigns, because he was actually a throw-in surprise in last week after I got my tickets. I knew I was going to get a Cody Rhodes entrance, didn't get that. I just knew I was going to get a main event Jey Uso entrance, didn't get that. We got run-ins, but we didn't get that. Like by the time we got up, it's me, Oos. Music. There was numerous chances of CM Punk, and I'm not gonna lie, I was hopeful, but I wasn't. I couldn't be call myself disappointed because I'm like, all right, if they advertised him ahead of time, Chicago show last week, and they didn't say anything about this week, and there's really no reason for him to be there this week after confrontation that happened last week. Fine. So maybe after the roar came on, fine, but whatever. I'm not saying I was looking forward to Drew, but did not really come in front of the crowd. He was backstage in vignettes and promos. So it's almost like, and I get it because at this point in time, there's only so much you can do. Like you don't want to blow your load before WrestleMania, so I get it. And last week was such a high standard, you had no choice but to bring it down a notch. It's almost like they said, okay, listen, y'all got The Rock, y'all got Roman, be happy. We're gonna give you a sprinkle of we're gonna give you some Seth, we're gonna give you a sprinkle of Jey Uso in front of the crowd, and we're going to give you a sprinkle of Cody Rhodes because he's still selling the beating from last week. Y'all got The Rock, y'all got Roman, be happy. And don't and like I said, I get that mindset to a certain degree. But being the fact that um this was the Raw before WrestleMania and you like I said, you had a standard from last week. I didn't expect the drop off to be so severe in my like I said, I'm not staying on here long. I'm probably staying on here. I stayed over here. I stayed on here longer than I really wanted to. So dark. Well, not a dark, but I had the lights off. So, the lights in here were flickering and they're not connected. Like I said, it's probably a sign that I should shut the hell up and just enjoy the fact that I was able and blessed enough to be able to attend. So which definitely has its merits. But I guess the bottom line of this, if I have to rate this on a scale 1 to 10 salt shakers, I will give it an 8 for the enjoyment that I saw in my daughter. I would give it a 6 for the enjoyment that I had, and I would give the Barclays Center in general 3 because the experience that I had dealing with the arena and the setup and how everything was run really put a bad taste in my mouth. And like, let's stay going to MSG. Let's stay going to MSG again this year. I probably won't be seeing no wrestling for the rest of the fucking year. When Chef Mix comes, I owe him a what you call it, outing. But if it's not MSG, I ain't going. I don't see myself going back to the Barclays Center no time soon, if ever again. I will fuck around and make plans to drive out to Long Island when they have it at the USB Arena or fuck around. No, I ain't going to fucking Philly. Maybe Jersey, something. But Barclays Center, they can kiss my ass. They can kiss my natural black ass. But that is not happening ever again. Not in the foreseeable future. So with all that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Uh, catch y'all later on this week. All right.